Have you ever wondered what people did with their money right before a major crisis hit? Not after, not during, but before everything changed. History shows something fascinating. In times of uncertainty, some people make decisions that quietly protect and even grow their wealth, while others unknowingly make choices that wipe out years of financial progress. Today, we're breaking down 5 things people bought before major wars that helped them build or preserve wealth and 5 that ended up ruining them. If you want to understand how money behaves during uncertain times, consider subscribing to Wealtiny, liking the video, and turning on the notification bell. Let's start with the first category: assets that historically held or increased value during times of crisis. The first is precious metals, especially gold. Throughout history, gold has been used as a store of value during instability and war. During the early stages of World War II, many investors turned to gold because it was widely recognized and independent of any government. Imagine holding an asset that people trust globally, even when governments are under pressure. That's why gold has remained relevant for centuries. The second is productive land. Agricultural land or property that can produce food has historically been valuable during crises. In times of war, supply chains can be disrupted. Land that generates food or rental income becomes both practical and financially resilient. The third is essential goods and commodities. Items tied to basic human needs like energy or food remain in demand even during instability. When everything becomes uncertain, demand doesn't disappear, shifts toward what people truly need. The fourth is diversified investments. While individual markets may struggle, diversification helps spread risk across different asset types. The fifth is skills and income-generating abilities. Right? Investing in skills before uncertain times has consistently proven valuable. Money can disappear, but skills can keep generating income regardless of economic conditions. Now let's shift to the second category: things that historically hurt people financially when crises hit. The first is luxury goods bought on credit. Expensive cars or non-essential upgrades purchased with borrowed money can become a heavy burden. The second is over-leveraged real estate. Buying too much property using high levels of debt can be extremely risky during disruptions. An asset can become a liability if it depends too heavily on stable conditions. The third is speculative investments without understanding. Periods of hype often lead to investments that lose value rapidly when conditions change. The fourth is keeping all wealth in cash without strategy. While cash provides liquidity, it is exposed to inflation and currency instability. Safety without strategy can quietly reduce long-term value. The fifth is ignoring risk entirely, assuming conditions will continue indefinitely. I cannot confirm that every person who bought these assets became rich. Outcomes depend on timing, location, and personal circumstances. The goal isn't to predict the future perfectly, to prepare intelligently. Assets tied to real value tend to be more resilient. Think of your financial life as something that should work not just in good times, but also when conditions become uncertain. Are your assets tied to real value? Are you managing risk? Building skills? Even small adjustments can strengthen your position. Subscribe to Wealtiny and like the video to learn how to build wealth that lasts in both stable and uncertain times. Because in the end, wealth isn't just about growth. It's about resilience, adaptability, and making decisions that hold up.